along with thinking about addiction and drug use in a community, we could also create wellness centers. Because like I have a friend that does a lot of drugs, and I mean I haven't seen him for decades, but occasionally he will decide he has been doing too much drugs and will go to a wellness center, aka rehab or something, an environment in which he doesn't have availability of drugs, and I assume he's doing it to give his body and mind a break. I haven't talked to him about it, but that would be an interesting business to have, is to run a wellness center. People pay a lot because sometimes their actual lives are at stake with their drug use, and so they might pay well. Perhaps even in some cases insurance would be paying for it, which would be really cool. I don't like the insurance system at all, but you know, if you're paying for insurance and it covers it, we could have a really cool wellness center that didn't have any pseudo-spiritual bullshit in it, that was very just health oriented, that also tried to teach people ways of living healthy, even if they're going to go back and continue using the drugs that they use, but ways to eat healthy. I have one book called, I think it's Drink as Much Alcohol as You Want and Live Longer and Healthier or something. I forget. But, you know, I mean, like my nutrition sucks. And so teaching people how to eat better at you know, not a high cost, and being around friends that eat better, that would actually alleviate some of the problems of drug use. Of course, there's some drugs that are just way too dangerous to use at all. But whatever, people could use it as they wish, and it would be a way for a community to make money while serving the public, and make it a fun place, you know? Get people in shape as well. I mean, I consider eating too much to be an addiction, and eating crappy food just to be dumb. And I eat plenty of crappy food. I'm not especially obese, but you know, I could get rid of 10 pounds. Wouldn't hurt. I'm a little bit over my ideal weight. I don't know how that is. It's probably the beer. But I like that idea. It'd be a great business, and it seems very positive. And also, I think there's a lot of spiritual stuff like that, and I'm allergic to that crap. So we could have a very rational one. We could have hobbies and cool things to do so that people would be learning skills that they might decide, hey, I like this skill thing. I like how this works, and I'd like to integrate it into my life. And so you could give them a new thing to do. And they could even go back and they could do it with their friends. So you're distracting them from normal addictions that are sometimes bad, not always, and you're providing them with something else. And I think in a lot of cases people do a lot of drugs in a negative way because they're masking other problems. For them, it was really actually medicine. For example, loneliness is an epidemic. I mean, it's just terrible. And I certainly am lonely. I'm very literally extremely alone for many, many years, and that's not a healthy way to live. And so helping people to design and change their social world or their family life could actually help solve addiction. In other words, addiction may not be the problem, or substance use. It may be that that's a response to the actual problem. And so we could look into finding out what the source of the issue is and fixing that. Now that we have to do that very delicately with intelligence and, you know, perhaps psychologists and stuff and therapists and all that. I'm not big into that stuff, but certainly there are tools we can use, and I guess that could be in the tool set. Although there's a lot of bullshit in those industries that I would want to avoid. But we could help people with that. We could even have, you know, like think about obesity in particular. It's so much of society trying to make you obese. And they're giving you garbage food. They're subsidizing garbage food. And I think that they like that people have health problems. I think that they want them fat. And, you know, I don't hate fat people or anything, but I see it as a pervasive sickness that the state supports. And so you have to learn to protect yourself against that. And especially as you age, I mean, it's not going to go well. And I look at fat kids and I'm like, God damn, that's like child abuse, really. I mean, the kid is just doing whatever they're presented with, and they shouldn't be in charge of, their diet, really. I mean, I grew up without even sugar, so, like white sugar, honey was fine. But, I was just a skinny little kid, and I still am very interested in implementing very healthy ways of eating. Very hard to do as a person alone. That's one of the reasons I want centralized food systems. I want people to live active lifestyles, but primarily obesity is caused by food. It doesn't show up on your body magically. Mass doesn't just materialize on you. And so not eating so much and eating healthy food will actually cause you to lose weight. I had a friend who was kind of obese, and she came here, and because the diet was being provided to her, and because it's all really healthy food, she lost weight without really even thinking about it. It's just the environment itself was a healthy environment, and so without any discussion, programming, training, she just automatically started losing weight. But the problem, of course, is that she will then return to her regular lifestyle, and she'll have all the same systems serving her that caused her to be obese in the first place. So, yeah, a lot to figure out. It's tricky issues. I know they're very personal, and I'm not body shaming anybody or getting down on anybody, but I think all of us, most of us, want to be healthy and stuff. Like, I'm not as healthy as I would like to be, and I'm getting older. That's actually dangerous, to not be healthy and be getting older. So we'll see what happens. Good luck to us all.